Today is the day we've been waiting for. The wait is over. And we still gotta talk about the breaking news from last week.
I cried myself to sleep that night. You know, they were there from the beginning. Best friend in the bed, coming up with photo shoots. Backstage at fashion shows, hanging, laying on them. Some of the closest people to me in my life. And me and Ken have to deliver that news that the deal is up, that it is over. You can imagine what that feels like. But bosses have bosses. And the big boss was very clear. There are no sacred cows. And I heard that meaning you too, Tyra. So pick up the phone and do what I'm telling you to do. And the thing is, I don't believe that they knew that it came from above. No matter how much Ken and I were explaining this was not our decision, to this day, I think they think that it was me and Ken. Yeah.
She was willing to do anything for her show. However you want to look at that, clearly, even in that situation, she would do anything for the success of her show.
It is actually wild to think about how it started to how it ended. Top Model came out in 2003 before Facebook and before YouTube. And to think that a Black woman who was a former supermodel had the vision to create this media empire and to create such a revolutionary show, this is Black history. And I think a lot of times we think about success and like groundbreaking work and groundbreaking moments, but sometimes what happens and what's the cost to make those moments happen. Jay Manuel, who was the creative director of most of the shoots on America's Next Top Model, created a whole book about his negative experiences with Tyra Banks. I'm so excited to see where this documentary takes us and what we learn. At the end of last year, I had a conversation with the choreographer who choreographed Tyra Banks' Shake Your Body video, which was featured on America's Next Top Model. One thing that stood out to me was the fact that he was very clear about the fact that many people don't take into account the things that Tyra Banks had to endure as a Black woman navigating these TV networks. So I'm excited for us to get a little more insight on that from this Netflix documentary. I'm also excited to get some more insight on some of the harm that people who worked on Tyra's team experienced in addition to the models. Love, hate, or feel indifferent about Tyra Banks, the one thing that cannot be denied is the cultural legacy and impact of America's Next Top Model. And last week, Tyra Banks teased that America's Next Top Model might be returning for a Cycle 25. My work is not done. And this is why Tyra Lynn Banks is a cultural mastermind, because to have the Netflix documentary coming out and possibly be teasing America's Next Top Model Cycle 25, this is how you do it. I'm going to make breakfast and then watch part 1 of this docuseries and then get back to you guys on this, but let me know what you guys think in the comments.